reason why I'm in my car right now is because, ta-da! I landed a new job. That's right, I'm heading north to Green Bay and the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Hey everybody, David aka Rvjedeye, and welcome to Semi Full Time. The story about how I lost my job, had to sell my home, moved into my RV, living semi full time, and then finally found a job, and now am closing up the RV. If you've been following the series, and if you haven't, you can go ahead and click and go back and see how we got to this part. I have a job in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So right now I'm not real comfortable driving in the snow, so what I'm going to do is store my RV until the spring, come back down, pick it up, and then drive it back when the weather is a little bit better. So for the first time ever, I am going to attempt to winterize my RV and store it up. Usually I live here in Florida and I RV'd all year round, so I didn't really have to winterize it. But this time I'm going to do it. So I'm going to take you through all of the steps that I do or did this time to winterize it and hopefully protect it for the several months that I am closing it up. I just wrapped up my final stop at a state park for a while. Taking the RV back to Tallahassee. And going to start loading it up and getting it ready for my big move. I'm really glad that I had my RV for these last several months to kind of live in and to see what it was like to live in full time. I think at some point, once I'm kind of settled in, I'll look back and maybe talk a little bit about the whole process. But yeah, this was a very helpful and very positive thing to be able to get a chance to do this. All right, Rvjedeye out. So I have to winterize my RV tomorrow, and I think I have all of the parts, trying to get the last little bit before we try this process for the very first time. Oh, I did get an RV cover, so that'll be interesting to get on as well. So I'm getting ready to start the whole process of winterizing and moving my RV. The first thing I have to do is walk over now to my old storage area, which isn't too far from here. I'm going to drain out some water there, and then I will bring the RV to the new RV spot, which has some surveillance and some concrete, so that'll be better for it to stay on. And then I'll do the final flush there. And then put the RV cover on there. Oh, I'm gonna get the RV washed as well. So lots to do today to lock up the RV. Hopefully it'll all go well. First things first, I want to pull the lever to dump the freshwater tank. So far I've done everything I was supposed to do, getting all of the water out of everything. I think I actually may get this right. Next, we'll dump the water out of the water heater. Hey, if you like the content that you're seeing here on the channel, please click and subscribe, hit that bell notification. That way, whenever a new video comes out, you'll be alerted right away. The freshwater tanks have been emptied. I emptied the water heater, all of the water out of that. Now it's time to close that up and then go inside and do some work in there. I was a little nervous about doing all this, but I looked at my owner's manual and followed a lot of YouTube channels, and it was easy to do. I just opened up the slide a little bit because I have to get underneath the sink so I can get my water, get access to my water bypass valve, so I can switch that over, and then that way I'll be able to put in the antifreeze and do the blowout. Or first reverse that, do the blowout, then put in the antifreeze. So I've done all I could do here, winterizing. I have to blow out the lines and put in the antifreeze, and that equipment is all at my new storage location. So I'm going to pack up here, head on over, and finish off the winterizing process. You know, I don't know how much of this winterizing stuff I'm doing correctly. I think I'm doing as much as I can correctly. You know, I went online, looked at so many different places on how to do it. You know, the thing about maintenance on your RV, a lot of times it's just, you know, how much do you really want to do? How much do you have time to invest in it? And then how nervous you get trying to do some of this stuff. This is a little nerve-wracking for me, but I think I'm doing it correctly, and we'll see. I guess the ultimate test is we'll see back in the spring when I come pick up the RV and take it on north. Wanted to make sure my RV was nice and clean before I put it in storage, so I took it over to the guys at Simmons Truck and Car Wash in Midway, Florida. Again, they did a great job for me. Really appreciate it. Now it's cold and wet, so I'm probably going to move this to the new RV spot. I'll do the rest of the winterizing stuff, but then I'm going to let it stay out overnight before I put on the cover, and that'll be the final thing that I do before I shut down. So guys here at Simmons Car Wash did another great job. Thanks, guys. Just picked up some engine stabilization stuff that I need to put in. That way it will protect my engine during the storage period. The RV has now been moved to the new storage location, and I really like this one. This one has cement on the ground. It has surveillance cameras, which will keep a great eye on it. And I think overall, in the long run, this will be a really good spot for the RV for the next several months until I have to come back down, pick it up, and drive it back to Green Bay. So, so far we've drained everything out of the RV. All of the tanks have been now emptied out of water. It's now time to do the blowout and then add in the antifreeze. So we're going to start it off with a hyper tough digital tire inflator. That's what we're going to use. Just pick that up at Walmart, and we're going to use that to blow air into the RV lines. I have a Camco little plug here that I will use to help do that, and per everything that I've seen, I'm going to keep the PSI to just around 30 to get enough air through all of the systems, and then hopefully have everything set to go. So that's what we're going to do today. Again, we got the RV washed. We will then put the cover on tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll also do the final clean out and take out everything that needs to be out of the RV during the storage time. So let's get started. So I don't have I don't have enough cable to reach where I have to plug in the pump. Okay, I think I may have a way to get the power to the tire pressure thing by moving my RV and then getting my car close to it and then reaching it through there. So let's see if that'll work. I think I have it. I think it's going to work. Let's hook it up and let's see. I think that's right. Let me keep looking the other ones. Now I'm going to go outside and check because I haven't seen or heard any of the sounds that I've seen in some of the other videos. But I think I have everything set up the way it's supposed to be. Let's go check. Okay, that's right. Okay, that seems to be right. Okay, so the adjustment that I made outside seems to be working, and I think that that's it. We're going to finish off here and then start adding the antifreeze. Now we're going to take the antifreeze, pour it in all of the drains, and this is special antifreeze just for RVs. You want to make sure you always use that. All of the drains now have antifreeze in it. Let's turn on the pump again and make sure that it is pumping through the antifreeze. All right, so I think I got everything done in terms of the antifreeze. We're going to add the Sta-Bil stuff for the engine, move the RV back into place, again let it dry, and then come back tomorrow to put the cover on and close up the RV. Hopefully everything's going to work out. Done for the day. Just one more day to get this thing all loaded up and ready to go, or ready to store. So it's time for the final push. We're going to clean out the food that is left in the RV and then get the RV cover on top. And then this bad boy will be done until the spring. Let's get started. This is where you really want to do a thorough cleaning of your RV. You want to get all of your food items out. I took out everything, even the stuff that was in cans. Just wanted to make sure everything was out of the RV. Didn't want to give any rodents any chance of looking and hunting for some food. So everything is cleaned out. It is now time to put the RV cover on the RV. This is going to be interesting. I'm using a Proshield RV cover. It's by Camco. Picked it up at a good deal. I'm going to throw it on top, cover this bad boy up, and see how it works. Let's do it. Now, one of the most difficult parts of this whole process was actually getting the RV cover up on top of the RV. So I just kind of hooked it around me and climbed up the ladder that's in the back there. I'm not afraid of heights, but this one felt a little tricky, a little dicey, but I was able to get it up there, swing over
the cover and get it ready to start laying it out.
Okay, I don't really like being up here too much, so I'm going to go ahead and roll this thing out and try and get this on as quickly as possible.
This could have been a two-person job up on top, although it would have been kind of hard to walk around with two people there. But it took a little while, about a half hour or so to get the whole cover on, and to about 20 minutes or so to roll it out on top. Now, I really lucked out. It wasn't too windy, so I was able to just swing everything over and have it drop to the ground. I then got underneath, and they have these cables that you want to swing underneath the RV and then pull it out and then hook it up on the other side, and that keeps the cover taut and tight all while it's during storage. And it was pretty easy to clip these in and then pull the straps to tighten them together. In the end, the entire process to get everything hooked up and get the cover locked down took about 35 minutes. And I did it all by myself and shot video at it as well. I had to make sure everything inside was protected as well. I'd heard peppermint, so I used peppermint oil and some water, put it in glasses. I used dryer sheets all over the place, DampRid, Moth Balls. I did everything I could to prevent any mice. In the final steps, I unhooked the battery so that it wouldn't drain while it was sitting in storage.
And that's it. The RV is put to bed until the spring. I think I've done everything that I could to make sure that it was winterized and protected and safe. Now it's off to the new adventure in Green Bay, and we'll see what happens with the RV in the spring when I come back to pick it up. Hey, that's going to do it right now for this edition of Semi Full Time. You can follow me all over at Rvjedeye. That's all over social media. And then, of course, you can follow me on the blog at rvjedeye.com. Normally you'd have new videos here every Thursday. I don't know what's going to be going on moving forward, so just watch out for that. And then, of course, you've got my regular RV videos on Monday. Get out there, enjoy yourself. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for watching.